Stay alert. We entered the lower mantle expecting extreme heat, but this
is a complete contradiction.
The thermal dynamics are inverted. The magma is static, completely solidified, yet it's emitting a freezing aura.
Mario, look at this. Combustion itself is paused. The flames are petrified mid-burn. This isn't natural cooling.
The cavern's structural integrity remains perfectly intact. This points directly to a localized, targeted anomaly.
Yoshi senses a foreign presence. It's not elemental. He smells arcane magic.
Keep your guard up, everyone. We are walking straight into an active curse matrix.
Standard protocols dictate extreme hazard from the heat in these sectors. But it seems the real danger here is the total absence of it.
Let's proceed toward the epicenter. Stay close, the temperature is dropping rapidly.
Vector analysis of this magical fallout points directly to that central spire in the distance. Form up! Our presence just triggered the defensive mechanisms of the illusion.
The petrified constructs are reanimating. They're driven by an energy source.
Deploying standard countermeasures. Stand back!
Ineffective. The curse is instantly nullifying my thermal output.
We can't fight it with fire, Mario. We have to launch the actual frame of the spell itself.
The architect who reveals himself.
Watch out! He's initiating a total environmental collapse to seal us in.
Physical combat is our only option to avoid assimilation right now.
Brace yourselves!
Initiating evasion protocols. Don't let them hit you. I'll blind it. Execute flanking maneuvers to divide its focus.
Mario, Yoshi, we require a vertical intercept to reach him.
Perish! This critical strike will finalize your doom!
Tactical variables are running out. We need absolute luminescence to pierce this magic.
Mario, catch! Deploying Class 1 artifact.
Contact confirmed. Energy assimilation complete. Let's end this.
No! My magical frequency, it's being overwhelmed. I can't see.
The hostile constructs are losing structural cohesion. They're turning to dust.
The ambient temperature is rising. The thermal suppressioners.
The architect retreated. The immediate threat is neutralized. Wow! Natural environment have been completely restored. It's hot again.
Stand down, team. The ecosystem is stabilizing back to its normal state.
Stand down, team. The ecosystem is stabilizing back to its normal state.
Investigation complete here. Let's proceed to the next coordinate. This mystery is only deepening.
The sector appeared stable.
Visuals confirmed standard metrics.
Aaron, volcanic rejection.
The atmosphere lacked atmospheric friction.
A structural flaw.
Tactile response? Negative.
Light source contradiction.
Protocol. Thermal testing.
Exposing the foundational layer.
Magical overlay conformed.
The host reacting.
The perimeter is decaying.
Reality manipulator. Aggressive spatial distortion. Structural collapse imminent. Countermeasure required. Override initiated. Kinetic energy overload. Breaking the illusion matrix. Trajectory locked.
Power source neutralized.
A weak, agonizing screech dragging out and
Threat expelled from the sector. Reality anchor reestablished.
The true environment remains scarred.
the perfect world was a lie.
But the truth is always visible. If you know where to look.
End log. Archive log 304. Temporal anomaly detected in the Mirror Sea.
Too bright! Can't see a thing. It's completely frozen in time. No signs of structural decay.
The vessel is caught in a photonic stasis field. The crew is missing.
Stay alert, Sonic. The ambient energy here is highly unstable.
Every surface is crystallized. It's like a glass tomb.
Oh, what? Mamma mia!
A photonic parasite. It drains heat and light to construct its crystal shell.
Look at this trail. It leads straight to the edge.
The trail ends right here. Look down there, Mario.
What is it, Sonic?
A magical core. It's feeding directly off the daylight to sustain the stasis.
The core requires direct sunlight. Block the refraction, shatter the crystal.
It knows we're here! Get back, Mario! Brace yourself, Sonic! Incoming! It's using the sun as a weapon! Keep moving!
Hostile solar convergence detected. Evasive maneuvers recommended.
Let's turn up the heat. Whoa! Whoa!
You got it! Time to put this thing in the shade!
Its light is fading. Refraction blocked. Target vulnerability exposed.
Anomaly neutralized. The timeline is restored. Case closed.
Archive Log 404. The oceanic transit route has been compromised.
The kinetic barrier is impenetrable. We are caught in a localized temporal loop.
A tap to disrupt the portal's energy field.
My chronometer detects fluctuations. We must act now.
My momentum was instantly nullified. It's a spatial rubber band effect. The anchor must be nearby.
Exactly 60 seconds per cycle. The spatial degradation is accelerating.
A localized spatial temporal loop. The train is trapped in a 60-second digital prison.
Organic signatures are absent. The passengers are trapped in a stasis subroutine. What do you see, a kinetic anomaly?
The environmental textures are failing. The sky itself is a projection matrix.
Logic confirmed. The loop wasn't programmed into the train. It is being projected from an external source above.
Gravity matrix critical. Airborne tactical gear required.
Spatial anchor removed. Transit route secured. Case closed.
It didn't start with a battle. It started in the dark. A courtroom woven from nightmares and cold stone, floating in an endless void. And in the center of it all, Mario.
They thought breaking the hero would be easy if he was alone. But he wasn't alone. Peach stood as his defense, her mind as sharp as a blade.
Luigi watched the shadows.
And in the center of it all, Mario.
The judge was no servant of justice. King Boo demanded vengeance for the haunted mansions of the past.
Slapped his gavel, demanding a guilty verdict.
But Peach refused to play his twisted game.
The King of Illusions presented his first piece of evidence, a memory of a fallen mansion.
But illusions are fragile things.
The memory was a fake.
The evidence burned to ashes.
Desperate, King Boo summoned a witness.
A weeping toad meant to pull at their heartstrings.
It pointed its spectral finger at Mario. Nah!
But Yoshi's growl said it all. This thing had no heartbeat.
Ah! It was just another lie, dressed as a victim!
Luigi knew one simple truth about the world.
He raised his lantern. The light pierced the toad, leaving nothing on the wall behind it.
The disguise shattered, leaving only a coward hiding in the dark.
Exposed and humiliated, the king abandoned his courtroom facade.
The rules of gravity were rewritten. The floor became a cliff.
The trial was over!
The execution had begun.
Mario's cage dangled over oblivion. King Boo readied a lethal strike. But in the chaos, Luigi spotted their only hope. King Boo readied a lethal strike. But in the chaos, Luigi spotted their only hope.
A heavy block bound in spectral chains, hidden in the rafters.
It was all they needed.
Yoshi didn't hesitate. Using the twisted gravity against their enemy, he leaped.
A snap of his tongue. Point, a shatter of chains.
And the prize fell from the sky.
Luigi shattered the shell, revealing a pure, burning core of thermal energy. A fire flower.
It fell like a shooting star into the endless dark.
Mario reached out.
And the moment their skin met, the darkness stood no chance. The cage melted into nothingness.
The King of Boos recoiled, terrified of the very light he tried to extinguish. Like a coward, he faded into the black void.
Turning invisible to survive. The monster was gone from sight, but Peach knew that you don't need eyes to see the truth. She watched the cold fog. It was bending unnaturally, wrapping around a shape that wasn't there.
Hey.
Yoshi confirmed the scent. They had him.
Peach gave the final order.
Mario unleashed a sun in the palm of his hand.
It tore through the void, hitting the invisible wall of deceit.
The monster was dragged screaming back into the light.
And just like that, the illusion broke.
The nightmare shattered like fragile glass, melting away to reveal the warm sun of the mushroom.
The trial of the Phantom was over.
They walked away, unbreakable.
The dark magic had tried to test their minds, but it failed to realize one thing.
Illusions can bend reality.
Archive log 704. Sector Alpha Woodland. Status stable, or so we thought.
Routine biological maintenance underway, Mario. No anomalies detected in the perimeter yet. Wait, correction. Microfracture in the localized timeline. My reflection is failing to update. Agent Mario, drop the axe and get over here. We have a visual anomaly at the water source. I see it, Sonic. Confirmation acquired. The physical mirror plane is compromised.
Atmospheric kinetic energy has zero effect. The liquid has crystallized into a solid temporal barrier.
Diagnostic scan confirms it. Zero molecular vibration. The stream is frozen in a localized time loop. Mario, the entity within the parallel dimension just gained sentience. It's looking right at me. It's initiating a data transfer across the dimensional rift. Should I intercept?
Hand it over. Let me decrypt this manuscript. It's a critical containment warning.
Sonic, step back immediately. The mirrored plane wasn't reflecting us. It was mapping our physical form to replace us.
Too late! Containment protocol breach detected! The anomaly breached the physical threshold! Classification, Class 4 Mimic. Prepare for combat.
I'm caught! Subjecting to extreme spatial drag. I need a kinetic disruption, now!
Hold on. Evolution sequence authorized. Deploying ether gauntlets.
Kinetic impact delivered. Target structure is destabilized. For the assist, equipping phase shift mobility enhancements. Let's finish this. Evasive maneuvers executed with microsecond precision. Your turn, Mario!
Energy barrier deployed. Holding the line.
Initiating spatial vortex. I'm isolating the entity's anchor point.
Vortex stabilized. I am severing the dimensional tether!
Antigen spänkonali backsteinry.
Reality physics restored to baseline parameters. Everything is back in sync, partner.
Case file 704. Closed. Remember, Sonic, the reflection is never just a reflection. Archive log. Entry 804. The structural integrity of Sector 4 is compromised. A photometric anomaly has breached the perimeter.
Magnetic fields are stable, yet the ambient light is fracturing. The physical plane is out of sync. Physical kinetic engagement is ineffective. The targets lack molecular density.
Tracing the focal point of the temporal split, the puppet master operates from the core. Luminescence dampening detected. The anomaly is absorbing surrounding photon energy. Primary catalyst located. An inverted combustion artifact. It acts as a spectral vacuum, severing the bond between matter and light. Containment breach. The entity is shifting from a passive state to an active hostile configuration.
Mass consolidation in progress. Threat level escalated to maximum.
Attempting kinetic disruption.
Disruption failed. The entity absorbs all kinetic impact.
Hypothesis. To neutralize an absolute shadow, we require an absolute focal point of pure luminescence. Initiating solar flare protocol. Evolution complete. Photonic saturation.
Core breached. Executing final purge. The anomaly has been neutralized. Threat dissolved into harmless base code.
Equilibrium restored to Sector 4. The temporal flow is stabilizing.
Archive log. Entry 804 closed. The light endures. End of file.
Investigation log. Chronological entry compromised. We have entered a static zone. Environmental physics are demonstrating severe rigidity.
Solar positioning indicates exact zenith. High noon.
Personal chronometers are fully functional.
However, external time flow has been entirely suspended.
Kinetic energy outside our immediate biofield is at absolute zero.
Biological sensors detect a complete absence of atmospheric circulation.
Hypothesis. We are trapped within a localized temporal stasis matrix.
Initiating perimeter physics test.
Projectile momentum neutralized upon exiting the immediate biofield.
Completely overwritten into a solid state.
Retrograde movement is blocked by a temporal barrier.
The stasis field requires a massive, centralized anchor.
Optical zoom reveals a synthetic, magical structure, masking as the solar core.
Hostile architect detected.
Introduce a localized threat.
Entity Kamek identified. He operates outside the stasis parameters.
The entity is deploying magical artillery!
Projectiles are affected by the stasis, creating a dense spatial hazard.
Evasion matrix is rapidly closing. Precision spatial navigation required.
Extreme thermal expansion can shatter a frozen temporal state.
thermal energy output maximizing.
Atmospheric circulation forcefully restored within the operational radius.
The architect realizes the structural flaw. Concentrating thermal kinetic strike.
Targeting the temporal anchor point at the zenith.
Launch sequence conformed.
Anchor point destroyed. Temporal matrix collapsing. Chronological flow abruptly restored. Reality sinking. Hostile entity retreated. Stasis hardware neutralized.
End of log. Time remains an unforgiving variable. Investigation log, entry 42. A seemingly normal artifact discovery. Princess, I have discovered the anomaly. It's a black brick block.
Luigi, this doesn't look like any question block we've ever seen. The magical signature feels...
What is this? It's energy! It's energy! It's draining my hand!
Luigi, run! Run! My mind and thine, it's being breached!
Is that a golden light? Inside that cracked water pipe, a hidden block.
A complete override of his physical state. Princess, there was a dark magic detonation. Mario has been consumed. Luigi, find cover immediately!
Rigid movement trajectory. No signs of peripheral weaponry. Bowser's magic is manipulating him from within.
Eradicate all obstacles. The curse must spread.
Oh no.
You're breathing too loudly. Green prey. He spotted me. Stop hiding. Fear only fuels my magic. I have to buy time for the princess.
Princess, he's heading towards the east corridor. I'm falling back.
I'm on my way down! Lead him into the sunlight!
I investigated the epicenter. The artifact completely vaporized. This magic isn't physical manipulation. It's an assimilation.
No external mind control devices found. Luigi, listen internal.
He suddenly stopped. Right in the middle of a sunbeam. What is happening?
Observe closely, Luigi. Light might be their weakness.
I focused on environmental interactions. Wait, the sun is behind him, but the shadow is stretching forward unnaturally.
You see me, don't you?
The shadow. It's moving on its own.
The localized shadow projection was acting independently.
His hands are tightly clenched, but the shadow is bearing claw. Princess, the artifact didn't curse Mario. It cursed his shadow. The shadow is puppeteering the body.
The shadow wasn't a reflection, it was the host.
You're right, Luigi. The shadow is the monster. Mario is just a physical puppet it uses to hide in the realm of light.
We have to detach it from him.
Ugh! Bowser's crest! This is a parasitic entity forged by top-tier dark magic.
He set a trap for us from the very beginning. The clever ones must die first! It's looking directly at us. I will burn everything! It's about to attack! Scatter, now!
Darkness will consume this kingdom, starting with you. That fire, it carries magic nullifying energy.
Evading the host without damaging the subject. Don't counterattack.
Firing angle deviates by 30 degrees. The shadow isn't used to controlling Mario's physical weight. That's our advantage.
Where are you running, insects? He just created a crater with a single jump. This power is illogical.
The parasite was expanding its territorial reach.
The shadow is chasing me. It's slithering on the ground like a giant snake.
Don't let it touch your shadow, Luigi.
I'm on high ground. Its shadow can't reach up here. A photonic purification method. I will drag you down into the abyss!
Luigi, watch out! The structure is collapsing!
A light source strong enough to sever the dark bond! Light! I need a source of pure light to incinerate that shadow! But where?
Visual scanning located a dormant variable.
Is that a golden light? Inside that cracked water pipe, a hidden block.
Luigi, I'll distract him! Make a run for that pipe now! Eat this, you freak!
Child's play!
Impossible! It cleaved the smoke screen with a single fluctuation of its shadow.
Gotcha! Ah! He threw me too hard!
Luigi, use that momentum!
The power matrix was within reach! His throw landed me right in front of the pipe. You're dead, monster!
The execution window was closing rapidly. Game over, Luigi! No one will be able to save your brother now! Let me tear him apart!
It's lunging at me! It's not over yet! This is where the game truly begins!
Hiya!
Miss! And now, the power of light! Take the superstar, Luigi!
Photonic payload deployed.
That light! It's blinding! Turn it off!
This is our final hope.
Ah! It's burning me! Get back! Get back!
It's terrified. Dark magic cannot exist under pure radiance.
Power is surging through me. I am no longer afraid. Mario, I'm gonna save you right now!
Directed illumination targeting the host. Your game ends here, Shadow Monster. Give me back my brother. No! Stop! Severing the parasitic link. Photonic purge! Bowser's curse is eternal. I cannot be purified.
The artifact's connection was destroyed.
Bowser! The anomaly is neutral. Have his revenge. Cough, cough. What just happened? My head is splitting.
Case closed. Remember, the darkest shadows are cast by the brightest illusions.
Welcome back, brother. Thank you, Luigi.
Object Town locked in a localized chronostasis loop. A continuous cycle of morning routines.
No physical damage detected. The environment itself is rejecting linear progression.
Source of the anomaly isolated. The central distribution hub for morning sustenance.
Gravity and time vectors are completely shattered inside.
Analysis of the liquid residue reveals a lethal modification.
Tachyon frequencies. Someone weaponized the morning brew to hijack the timeline. Hostile entity identified. A rogue temporal containment unit. Agent Sonic's kinetic synchronization is failing. He is being overwritten by the loop.
Unless we use the anomaly to outrun the anomaly.
Tachyon infusion successful. Engaging golden overdrive form. Initiating reverse chronal vortex to destabilize the loop.
temporal flow restored to optimal parameters.
A new dawn arrives, uninterrupted. The chronal matrix is safe. Log closed.
Archive log, case 404, the neural grid anomaly. Cybernetic citizens have entered an unauthorized stasis. Their artificial subconscious is projecting into physical space. Visual parameters indicate a massive breach in cognitive containment.
Initiating local sector scan.
Anomalous neural radiation detected. It is overriding their base directives.
The corruption isn't localized, it's a broadcast protocol. Tracing the signal origin. Target acquired, Sector 7 Energy Core.
The facility's mainframe has been hijacked. It's weaponizing sleep cycles.
Scanner indicates the host entity is concealed within the central processing unit. It's heavily shielded. We can't just unplug it.
Did you see that distortion? Something is observing us from the core.
Hostile automated defenses activated. Physical engagement is illogical here. They will just keep regenerating from the mainframe.
Energy spikes detected. We need an alternative bypass now.
Bypassing physical hardware. Initiating neural dive protocol. Catch. Sync your frequency to mine. Frequency locked. Let's crash this nightmare.
Transferring consciousness into the digital dreamscape in 3, 2, 1, mark.
System link established. Reality parameters disabled. We have entered the cognitive domain. The physics engine is completely broken. Stay sharp. Logic is fluid here.
Entity identified, the hypnovirus, a sentient parasite feeding on idle processor cycles.
So that's the bug. Let's debug it.
It's manipulating the local geometry! Evasive maneuvers! Warning! Incoming cognitive hazard! Watch your 6! Their attack patterns are erratic. We need more processing power.
Overriding local physics engine. Evolution sequence engaged. Speed parameters uncapped. I'll draw its aggro. Constructive armament online. Preparing containment countermeasures. I have the core targeted. Keep it pinned, Sonic. Executing kinetic loop. Catch me if you can, Glitch. Kinetic stasis field deployed. Target movement restricted. Defensive matrices holding at optimal levels. Now, Mario! Altitude optimal. Calculating strike vector. Anomaly fragmented. The code has been sterilized. The cognitive network is rebooting. Another intrusion prevented. Case closed. End of log.
Investigation log, entry 402. The anomaly began at Sector 7.
Primal instincts are rarely wrong. Yoshi detected the scent of decay.
The structural integrity of the environment was collapsing.
Spatial division tactic. Standard magical sabotage.
Commander Peach analyzed the substance. Dark magic.
The barrier dropped as quickly as it formed. He returned.
Visually, a perfect match. Psychologically, an anomaly. The biological scanner, Yoshi, remained hostile.
We moved into the lower catacombs. The atmosphere shifted.
Small environmental inconsistencies began to manifest.
Matter that vanishes upon inspection. A classic illusion matrix.
environment activated its defense mechanisms.
The behavioral algorithms were flawed.
Then, the crucial variable, an atmospheric shift.
Biological entities react to external stimuli.
Self-preservation is an involuntary reflex.
But the doppelganger failed the micro-expression test. No blink.
Target identified.
The entity was an imposter.
The facade collapsed. Maurice on that. Thermal countermeasures engaged.
The spatial illusion shattered completely.
We were pulled into the core of the anomaly. A combat arena defined by lethal thermal hazards.
Rotational physics added to the tactical complexity.
The entity increased in mass. Intimidation tactic.
Commander Peach utilized the environment.
Evasion and repositioning.
Casualty risk reached critical levels.
The puppeteer revealed himself. Kamek, centrifugal force weaponized to throw us into the magma. Time for an elemental override.
Thermal capacity maximized.
Fire now!
Airborne interception. Yo!
Applying extreme heat to a moisture-based anomaly.
The mud solidified and shattered. The architect retreated.
Log complete. The original asset is secure. Trust logic, not your eyes.
Archive log, case 509, the Midnight Locomotive.
Organic material has suffered a total molecular petrification.
The victims are locked in a cellulose stasis. Scanning biological signatures. 0 vitals detected.
The environment itself is hostile. A parasitic void.
The environment itself is hostile. A parasitic void.
The source of the corruption stems from the locomotive's core.
Preliminary clue acquired. Ecto-ash residue.
This isn't standard carbon exhaust. It's the byproduct of spiritual combustion.
We located the primary combustion chamber.
Visual confirmation. The locomotive is fueled by condensed life force.
They converted the passengers into fuel nodes.
Containment pressure is critical. The entity is manifesting.
Hostile architecture forming. Engage defensive.
Entity designated. The Phantom Catalyst.
not interact!
Ethereal weaponry deployed. The hunt begins.
Let's do this!
Deploying photon containment grid.
Target spatial parameters are locked.
Vaporization.
Commencing spectral purge.
Entity structure crystallized.
Threat completely shattered. The code is neutralized. Transmutation reversed. The Phantom Express has returned to reality. Case closed. Archive Log 7 Alpha. Location is the Forgotten Dunes. We detected a severe spatial anomaly disrupting the sector's physical integrity. A localized mirage projecting a seemingly perfect aquatic biome. But matter interaction results in immediate binary degradation. Anything entering the projection radius is entirely overridden. Complete molecular deletion. We needed to uncover the algorithmic core of this illusion. Kinetic analysis revealed the first contradiction. The perimeter isn't just a projection. It's generating absolute frost. My kinetic energy just got neutralized by a temperature drop. That shouldn't be physically possible here. Environmental scans confirm a thermodynamic impossibility. The localized temperature is far below sub-zero. It's a localized cryogenic field. This is no optical mirage. It is a highly compressed cryogenic trap masking itself as an aquatic biome. A solid containment field. We can't just run through this one.
Stand back!
Careful! Our investigation just triggered its automated defense submarine.
The architect of the anomaly reveals itself. An ancient, corrupted operating system.
Foreign variables detected. Initiating hostile purging sequence.
Its kinetic output is too high. The glyph barrier is freezing over.
Standard defensive parameters are insufficient against this entity.
Then it is time to rewrite the environment's thermal dynamics. Igniting the Sunforged bronze exosuit.
Thermal output 5,000 degrees Kelvin!
The thermal equalizer is fully online. Let's melt this glitch!
Warning, target resistance critical. Executing maximum capacity override.
Shockwave pulse!
The conflicting frequencies have shattered the structural projection.
Entity neutralized. Forced into a dormant state.
Core safely contained. Nice swing, Doc. Reality parameters fully restored. The Mirage Oasis has been successfully archived. Case closed.
Detective log, entry 001. Sector 4 is experiencing structural degradation. We are approaching the target core. I'm reading massive fluctuations in the local physics engine.
It just collapsed into icon It's consuming environment center of V in GZ. It can be calculated在跟系统团3年4分热影合局部。
Sonic, initialize the perimeter scan. Find the exact point of the code injection. Got it.
To trace the origin immediately. If that void expands further, it will consume the entire grid. Right. Let's move. Over here. The source code on this item block is completely fractured. It's spreading.
Look at this decay. It's eating through the primary data layer like acid.
Extracting the residual frequency now. Let's see what acoustic footprint it left behind.
That acoustic pattern, I recognize it. Let me run a cross-reference.
Connecting to the central archive, filtering for heavy mechanical signatures.
Mecha B, I thought that prototype was permanently dismantled and quarantined.
Apparently not. And the thermal trail drips straight down into the lower data sewers.
Oh, switching to night vision. Watch your 6, Mario! Gravity metrics are completely warped down here. Stay close.
I see him. It's the Mecha B unit. It's overriding the physical environment. Look at its chest.
Too slow. Scrap metal. Pressure. Too high is too high. I'm pinned.
Mario! Catch the Astro Star! Initiate the quantum override!
Astro Plumber gravity suit activated. Anti-gravity systems online.
It's overloading its core. It's gonna wipe the entire grid.
Shot, Mario!
Quantum override! Full power! Target compressed. Containment successful.
The anomaly is secure. Local reality is rebooting.
Another glitch patched. Let's get back to the archive, partner.
Archive log, entry 7-alpha.
Optical sensors are overloading. The photon density here is completely off the charts, Mario.
Deploying polarized visors. Initiating deep scan on the environmental surface. This isn't just reflective metal.
Comms are dead. We're in a total blackout zone.
It's an optical Faraday cage. The surface reflection is generating a localized frequency jammer. We are completely blind to the grid.
The reflections outside aren't just sunlight. It's a self-replicating binary light code. These liquid nanobots are using photon bursts to communicate and expand.
If they operate on a light-based network, the command core has to be at the highest elevation, the place absorbing the most photons.
Thanks.
Anti-grav ascent mode locked. Let's trace the signal to the source.
Warning. Lethal photon concentration detected.
Sonic, freeze! Initiate Matt Stealth plating protocol.
It's using the gloss of our armor to track our coordinates.
We're completely off its radar, Doc.
Its matrix is destabilizing. I have the resonance frequency.
The rogue code has been securely contained. The grid is realigning. Archive log 7 alpha. Case closed.
Investigation log. Sector 7. The environmental conditions are highly irregular.
Combustion logic dictates that fire requires oxygen, yet these flames emit no heat.
Our tracker detects a biomagical anomaly in the atmosphere.
The physical vanguard proceeded, unaware of the structural trap.
Then, an absolute cessation of motor functions.
Neurological override detected. A complete hostile takeover.
Subject became hyper-aggressive, targeting allied assets.
Immediate tactical retreat was necessary to assess the threat.
The entity controlling him was calculating, precise.
We engaged evasive protocols to avoid lethal force.
We needed empirical data. What was the mechanism of control?
Kinematic analysis revealed a crucial vulnerability. His limbs were being directed by external tension vectors.
Visual confirmation achieved. Magical tether strings.
A puppet matrix. Highly advanced manipulation protocol.
The source code of the spell originated from the central monolith.
Warning! Massive energy spike detected at the monolith.
Identification confirmed. Magi Koopa class. High-level spellcaster.
A structural collapse was imminent.
We required an immediate countermeasure to disrupt the magic frequency.
An environmental asset was extracted.
Thermal energy source acquired.
Asset extraction initiated. Transferring asset to the tactical commander.
Thermal augmentation complete. New objective. Sever the tether matrix.
The physical vanguard was weaponized for a fatal strike.
Precision targeting engaged.
Maximum thermal compression. Tile launched.
The true target was the network.
Connection severed. Override terminated. Subject has regained autonomy.
Secondary impact achieved.
Hostile entity neutralized.
Log terminated.
Investigation log, entry 42. The castle perimeter was secure.
But Yoshi's primal senses detected an anomaly. Thermal energy inverted. Solid matter lost its structural integrity.
We were caught in a localized spatial loop.
A classic isolation tactic. The environment itself became hostile. Navigation pathways were structurally compromised.
We needed to identify the mathematical flaw in the illusion.
Luigi noticed the first visual inconsistency.
Geometrical patterns in the architecture revealed the architect.
Yoshi exposed the underlying illusion matrix. Command dictated a logical approach to the anomaly. The flames weren't light sources, they were spatial anchor points. Luigi weaponized simple optics.
Reflecting the dark spectrum disrupted the core frequency.
The localized illusion began to destabilize.
The spatial loop broke, revealing the true battleground.
The Magikoopa entity materialized.
Hostile Belstaz initiated!
The entity possessed advanced defensive wards.
Gravity manipulation added an environmental variable.
Luigi executed a vertical interception.
Thermal asset secured.
Combustion state activated.
Equalizing the power dynamic.
A simultaneous multi-directional attack was imminent.
Cross-referencing previous optical anomalies.
Observation confirmed. Illusions lack physical interaction with light sources.
Incendiary projectile launched. Core magical conduit destroyed.
Threat neutralized completely without lethal force!
Dimensional stability restored. Log closed. The castle is safe. For now.
Archive log, entity file 404. Location is Sector 7 retail zone. Spatial anomaly has isolated this coordinate from the standard flow of time. The environment is structurally intact, but functionally paralyzed. Subjects are caught in a localized stasis field.
Initial perimeter sweep initiated to determine the boundary limits. Perimeter breached. A recursive spatial loop is active.
We are trapped in a digital Mobius strip. Escape is statistically impossible. Unless we sever the anchor point maintaining this false reality.
Investigation protocol engaged.
Scanning localized matter for structural inconsistencies.
Organic components have been replaced by high-density pixel projections.
A massive data spike detected in the cryogenic storage units. The epicenter of the recursive algorithm. The physical barcode is mutating into a malicious binary sequence. It is broadcasting the loop frequency, a localized reality rewrite. Attempting manual extraction of the corrupted asset.
Warning, defensive protocols triggered.
The environment is destabilizing. The anomaly is taking a physical form. Guardian entity materialized. Threat level critical.
It utilizes concentrated photonic energy for offensive strikes.
Standard kinetic velocity is ineffective against its phase state.
Subject intercepted. Gravity field binding established.
Gauging tactical evolution.
Initiating the Cyberforge protocol. EMP resonance armor online. Frequency synchronization complete. Disruption wave deployed. Binding broken.
Commencing synchronized neutralization maneuver.
Visual sensors overloaded. Target locked in a chaotic feedback loop. The structural integrity of the entity is vulnerable. Hostile architecture pixelated. The anomaly is neutralized. Data compressed and reformatted to standard logic. Anomaly successfully contained. Rebooting environment. Reality matrix stabilized. Case closed.
Archive log 704. Sector 9 is experiencing a catastrophic text.
Physical mass is being stripped away, leaving only geometric blueprints.
We arrived to investigate the structural collapse. The spatial degradation is spreading at an alarming rate.
This is no ordinary system failure. It's a targeted deletion.
Citizens are being trapped in a state of two-dimensional limbo.
The epicenter of the anomaly draws us in.
Identify the catalyst before the entire grid collapses.
Analyzing the residual data trails.
All stolen render data is being funneled into a centralized node.
The containment sector has been breached.
A parasitic geometric anomaly. The decompiler entity.
Its core protocol is to deconstruct physical reality into raw processing power.
Standard kinetic weaponry is utterly ineffective. It defends itself by altering the localized physics engine.
We must recompile the environment manually. Initiating override sequence.
The decompler has manifested its primary assault form.
Its localized corrupt threatens complete spatial erasure.
Velocity manipulation allows us to bypass its targeting algorithm.
A quantum vacuum anomaly detected. Time is running out.
Deployment of the voxel forge matrix is required.
Integrating dense matter shielding.
Armor sync complete. Mass integrity stabilized.
Arming the recompiler hammer.
Restoring the environmental framework. Kinetic disruptions applied to destabilize its core structure.
For a hard reset.
The remnants are secured within a quantum containment cell. Sector 9 rendering parameters have been fully restored.
Another glitch contained. Archive log 704. Closed.